first dose.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Do you have the information sheets for the vaccine?
Like for
the ingredients and what it's in it?
So the ingredients and everything is actually public. If you go on Google and you type in Pfizer or Moderna monograph, that's the ingredients for everything, and it tells you exactly how we draw it up. Like it has like it's like a 50-page document with everything, and it's in layman terms as well.
Do I have to sign a waiver to get the shot today?
No, so the only thing is I'm just going to ask you some questions, and then if you answer yes to any of those, you might have to sign an attestation form.
Okay.
But that just depends on how you answer the questions. There's no waiver, it's a verbal consent.
Okay, because I'm just asking because I got this waiver on the online site. Did you see this before?
No.
Can you read it for me? Or just read it? That was on the site that you signed up here,
Yeah.
that I signed up with you guys.
Yeah.
I just found it a little bit weird that you don't have any liability for anything.
Yeah, so when you're consenting to the vaccine, you're obviously saying that you are okay with, like, if anything happens. Like, of course, like if we're vaccinating millions of people, there are going to be some adverse events depending on the person and how they react. So yeah, so when you signed up for this, and if you give me your verbal consent, it is like this is true.
So what's your name, sorry?
June.
June, I'm David. I'm just asking because now we're getting 12-year-olds to sign it, but they have a 0.003% death chance. So
yeah, so
I'm just wondering why we have to do it this way. Why do they have no liability if a child dies?
Yeah, so honestly, it's just like with any medical procedure. So like not, and with the 12-year-olds, we've been doing them today, and they always have a parent with them. So if they're under 14, we get verbal consent from the parent. And
Does it not feel weird though that you're putting drugs into a child's body without really knowing what's in it?
Yeah,
and
but
there's that liability.
Yeah, the thing is we do know what's in it. So like I said, if you look up the monograph, every single ingredient is listed on there, and it is the batch.
Can you tell me what's in it?
Yeah, I can look up. I can't.
Can you?
Yeah,
Can you?
yeah.
For me? Because I'm curious to know what's in the vaccine. I want to know what they are.
Do you have like a lot of allergies or?
Yeah, I do. So I want to know. Like I have a whole list of allergies, peanut allergies, and other.
So you do have an anaphylactic reaction to peanuts?
I've had it in the past. I haven't had it in a few years. I just want to know what I'm putting in my body before I do it.
So
could you get me your manager?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Hey, how are ya?
Good, thanks. My name's Carmen. How are you?
Good, Carmen. I'm David.
Nice to meet you.
I just have a question for you.
Yes?
Can you list off the different ingredients that are in the vaccine that we're having?
Pull it up on our monograph here. Is there a particular ingredient that you're interested in?
I can't name it off specifically, but I know it if I see it.
Okay. So there's medical and non-medical ingredients, and we can turn it around and show you.
Yeah.
In 1 moment, though, too.
So these are the non-medical ingredients.
So 4-hydroxybutylazonate B bihexanyl dulcanate, cholesterol, dibasic sodium phosphate dihydrate, monobasic potassium phosphate, potassium chloride, and sodium chloride. Okay, just wanted to.
Okay, and do you want to look at the medical ingredients?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry about that, David.
That's okay.
Did you find it, or is it?
Yeah, she showed me the non-medical ingredients.
Okay.
No, I was just using her iPad, but I logged out. Yeah.
And what website do you get this off?
It's on the Pfizer website. You just type Pfizer monograph COVID-19, and it should show
Yeah,
up.
Pfizer monograph.
From the manufacturer.
Yeah.
They always provide.
Do you guys know what that stuff is?
Are they different?
The potassium chloride, the monolacid, whatever the heck crazy scientific names are.
Yeah, some of the things that we do use when we're like working in a hospital or other settings.
But like, do you know what the ingredients are?
In what sense, sir?
Like, if I read off all those ingredients to you, do you know what they are? Do you know what they do?
I would probably have to Google some of them too.
Okay. I'm just wondering because you're the manager here, right? So you're administering something to 12-year-olds. You should know what's in it. Like, a lot of people don't want to feed their 12-year-olds something that's non-organic or
Yeah,
unhealthy.
so that's what I mentioned before. We just want everybody to do their research, like look up all this stuff prior to coming in, and that's what the consent piece is. It's kind of saying, I consent to receiving the vaccine, I've looked up all the ingredients.
That's really interesting because I actually did read this before and I posted it on social media and they flagged me saying it was not correct information.
No, this is straight from Pfizer's
Yeah,
website,
I know. I got it off from their website and they said it was incorrect information.
Yeah.
So are you interested, sir, in getting the vaccine? Because
Yeah,
it
of
is
course.
your choice.
Of course.
You
I
know,
just want to know what's in it. So I didn't think those were the actual ingredients
Yeah,
because I read it before and they said it was incorrect. So I wanted to straight from the horse's mouth. That's all.
Okay, perfect. Well, we're glad you're here, and if you're willing to get the vaccine, we're happy to proceed with you.
Of course.
The non-medical would just be all the ones that you read.
And the
then
medical is
obviously
the mRNA.
Yes.
The mRNA is the medical one.
Yes, correct.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know before I proceeded.
Yeah, no
So
worries.
I wanted to fact check that my information was correct. That's all.
No, completely valid.
Where do I have to go to see the nurse?
Oh, we are the nurses.
You are the nurses?
Yeah,
We're the
to
ones?
vaccinate you here.
Right here is where
Yep,
you get the
and then once you're
vaccination.
finished, you're just going to head over to the next section. That's our observation area.
I just have a quick question here. Would you guys sign a liability form stating that if anything happened to me, you would be held liable for any of the issues coming up?
No,
So
unfortunately, sir,
you
we
are a
wouldn't-
nurse though, right?
I am a nurse, but we wouldn't be doing that, sir.
Okay, so because you have refused it, I'd like to take down your name.
Well, sir, again, it's completely your choice. If you don't want the vaccine, you don't
No,
want
it's not about that. I want to make sure that someone is held liable for my health because, in other words, if I die or if something happens to me, then who is held liable? What do I do? Now I can't go to work. How do I make money?
So that's why we take your consent if you'd like us to proceed.
I understand.
If you
Have you?
not like to proceed, that's okay, and you can actually just keep moving because we do have more clients.
That's fine. But have you given this waiver to people? Because you sign it online with just a check mark. Have you
Yeah,
read
so
the
when
waiver?
you check that check mark, you're saying that you have read it and that you can consent.
But have you read it? Because you're administering this in the 12-year-olds. So I'm asking you from my heart to your heart. Do you know what you're administering into them?
Yes, sir. But, sir, again, if you don't want to be here for the vaccine, if you have other intentions of why you're asking all these questions, you can actually exit our clinic.
Well, I ask these questions because no one else would answer them for me. You're the first people that have answered it and said it's true. You know that, right? I'm checking my own safety first, which is why I came here. I just wanted to ask you a question that if you're doing this and somebody does get hurt, can you sleep at night?
So, sir, that's why we're here to do it safely, and that's why we do all of our screening and our assessments to make sure.
But you don't know what's in the vaccine. You say you know, you can give me the names, but you can't tell me what they do or what those ingredients are, where they come from, and you're administering it into children of the age of 12. 12, and it's going to go younger. And you're at Wonderland. Why are we not at a hospital right now? These are valid questions, right?
So and again, that's why we always ask for consent before we proceed to any of this.
But it's called informed consent. I don't know what potassium chloride is, but I've heard some stories that they use it to euthanize people in the States. That was what my research said. And you're injecting that into a 12-year-old. My nephew's 11, so you're saying in a year you guys are going to be injecting him? Because if he gets forced to do it, it's going to be by somebody like yourself. And I know you're just doing your job, but I just came here to maybe open your eye a little bit to think about that before you do it. Because at the end of the day, in God's eyes, you're held responsible. You're the one who's put the hand in. You're the one who did it.
Again, if you're not actually interested in receiving the vaccine, you can exit the clinic because then we can actually see other clients who are still waiting to get the vaccine.
So you're telling me that you will give it to me right now if I signed consent or said verbal consent?
Only if you consent to it, sir.
And if I don't consent?
Then you don't need to.
How do I exit though?
So you would actually just go straight forward, and there's an exit down that way.
Sorry, were you filming this interaction?
No, it's none of your business, but I have a question because it says right here, if a doctor or nurse refuses to accept your notice of liability, remind them that legal notices are an internal part of our legal system. Write the data and name of the individual who rejected it on the notice, and then take the notice home to a certified mail.
Give me 1 second, sir.
I'm scared. No problem.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day, ma'am.
You're okay, sir?
Thank you. So it's vaccination notice for hospitals saying that basically stating that I am aware of all the risks and that I don't take the Centers of Public CDC for public health as websites as not acceptable alternatives to show me. I asked them to identify what the ingredients of the vaccination was, and they refused to identify what they were. They showed me the list, but they could not tell me what exactly those things were and what they do. And then I asked for her information, so as a legal document, if you want to read here, this is a legal document stating that because I've asked her for a notice of liability because she is administering it for my health, and they refused me that information. I have no proof that she actually works here. I don't have an identification. I don't have a last name. I have nothing. So I don't feel safe taking an injection from somebody who won't even give me any of their information.
Okay. You don't have to take the vaccine. Nobody's working.
Yeah, I would have taken it if I got some liability notice on her end, because the waiver here, I don't know if you guys have read the waiver, states right there that I will not have any liability arising from the incident if there is an accident, injury, illness, or anything that I suffer as a result for this participation. I signed this online, not knowing what it was.
So, I'm not really concerned whether you got the vaccine or not.
I know you're not, but I'm concerned about myself.
Just hear him out, okay? Just let him talk, and then you'll be on your way.
I'm sorry,
Simple enough.
your name is?
It's right there, right?
Our maitre, I would like 3 pieces of ID from you.
You don't need that.
I do. As an officer, you can look it up. You need your name and badge number.
So name, badge number right there.
I'll write it down. Give me a minute.
Have you told him to leave yet? Have you told him I was just about to ask him to leave?
I was leaving, and then you guys stopped me.
Alright, so I'm going to make it very clear to you.
Yes?
You can leave right now.
As soon as I get your information.
Right there.
R. Dot.
Yep.
Your badge number?
2751.
2751.
There you go.
And do you have a complaint form for me? Because as an officer, you're supposed.
No, I don't.
Listen to me. As an officer.
No, you listen to me. You're gonna leave right now, or I'll place you on arrest for trespassing.
How was I trespassing?
So you were just told to leave the property.
And you stopped
by
me.
an agent of the owner, right?
And you stopped me.
So when you're told that, you have to abide by that. Otherwise, you can be arrested. So.
Officer
Are you
Maitre,
gonna leave?
Officer Maitre.
Are you gonna leave?
Officer Maitre, if I'm allowed to speak, is that
Sure.
allowed?
Go ahead.
So, I was going to leave, but they didn't order me to leave. They asked me if I wanted to, which is
so
my
they
right as a
respectively
citizen.
asked you to leave.
Yes, and I was
Right?
on my way until the security guard here stopped me, and I gave him the information of why I was stopped. And then you came in and stopped me as well, and I'm giving you the same information, and you were being quite abrasive with me for no reason.
Well, one, you're blocking the area here. You're hindering their service that they're trying to provide for people, and over this ridiculous waiver that you pulled off the internet.
I didn't just
So
pull
we
it off the
simply
internet.
asked
This
you-
waiver right here
We
is what.
simply asked you to leave,
Let
right?
me finish. This waiver is the waiver from your website, which
Yeah.
you have to sign if you actually get this vaccine. When you go,
No, they don't. They don't,
sir,
buddy.
That's not true,
this
man.
this is the waiver on your website.
Vaccinated thousands of people in the past, like.
This is the waiver on your website. I pulled it off
I've
of.
never
it.
seen that before.
Do you want me to show you a
That looks like you
screenshot?
just, like,
It's
written that up
from the
to me on
website. This
Okay.
is from the website. You want
I'm
to
sorry
see?
you've been misinformed.
I have not been misinformed. You have. Look, there's the website right there. You see? It's on the website. This waiver right here.
By
It
your way,
wouldn't
they're
print.
asking you to leave. So here's your chance right now. You can go this way to the exit.
Or what? You're gonna pull me out of my car and arrest me?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to do that? You can turn the car off right now and get out. We'll arrest you. You want to do that or you want to leave?
It's very
not
simple.
Listen, I haven't done anything wrong.
You're trespassing. You
I'm not
refuse to leave.
trespassing. I had an
Yes, you
appointment
did.
booked. I came here. I wanted to know information about the vaccine, and they refused me to give
And they
me
have
any.
the right to do that. You have the right to leave.
So if you're going to get a medical doctor to give you an injection, do you want to know that that doctor exists, that he has credentials, that he actually has a medical license? I don't know. I don't know who these people are. And they refuse to give me that information. I'm not trying to cause a problem here. I was looking out for my own
Unfortunately,
safety.
you are, and like I'm trying to explain, they do not have to do that, just like you don't have to get a vaccine. It's all optional here. If they chose to do that, that's their free will to do that, to provide their information. But they legally do not have to. So, right now, are you going to leave or not? Because otherwise, you're going to be placed on arrest. We're giving you multiple options here. Okay?
I've gotten one option, by the way, officer. With all due respect,
Opportunities.
I've gotten one.
Opportunities to leave.
I've gotten one option.
Opportunities to leave right now.
And I'll
Do you
tell
understand?
you, I was on my way until you guys stopped me. You know that, right? I was leaving until you
I
stopped
was called over here because you're refusing to leave and filming people.
me. It is public property, is it not?
Let's go.
Still private property.
Let's just go.
I'll tell you one thing. Does any of you have kids?
Just
Does any of you
let's
have
go.
kids?
Let's leave.
Because
You got 5 seconds, dude.
Come
or
on.
what?
Car,
Or
the
what?
exit. Let's go, man.
Relax, okay? Canada's
You're
Wonderland
being
Security.
told right now to
Relax.
leave.
Relax. I'm on my way.
All right, stop chit chatting.
I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll go.
perfect.
And I'll be reporting you. And
Perfect.
I'll be reporting you. And I'll be reporting you. And I'll be reporting you.
Take care.
How do I leave? I don't see an exit.
Right there.
Follow that? You know, I have kids in my life too, and it's nice to know that you people are supposed to be protecting them, because you're not. You're not. 12-year-olds, eh? No, you don't. You don't understand. Ridiculous.